basic trinomials. All right, a couple vocabulary words. Trinomial is a three-term polynomial. We might actually see some binomials also, which is a two-term polynomial. Okay, if we do see two-term polynomials, it's going to be because one of our coefficients is a 0 in this situation. Okay, but three terms, 1, 2, 3. Remember, terms are separated by pluses and or minuses. Okay, if you looked on the first screen, I am wanting you to be able to factor, which means break down polynomials with a leading coefficient of 1. Okay, meaning this, there's an understood 1 here. If you don't see the coefficient, it's an understood 1. So all of the situations that we're going to look at with skill 42 involve a leading coefficient of 1. Okay, now reminder of skill number 32, multiplying. Hit pause, see if you can remind yourself how to multiply polynomials. Hit pause, see if you can do it, see if you remember how to do it. All right, so method number 1, negative 4 times negative 9 is positive 36. Negative 4a's, negative 9a's, a times a is a squared. Bringing everything out of the box, combining like terms, we got a squared minus 13a plus 36. All right, different method. 1 times negative 10 is negative 10. 1 times c is c. C times negative 10 is negative 10 c's. C times c is c squared. Final answer, c squared minus 9c's minus 10. Okay, you use whatever method you want. FOIL method, first outside, inside, last. We got b squared, that's first. Outside, b times negative 2, negative 2b. Inside, 8 times b, 8b. Last, 8 times negative 2, minus 16. Combine your like terms. B squared plus 6 b's minus 16. And that's our last answer. All right, so hopefully you remember how to multiply. The thing that this is what we're going to be doing when I say factoring. All right, multiplying, I give you two factors, you multiply them together, you get an answer. Factoring, I'm going to give you this. Okay, I'm going to give you this, and you have to come up with that. So you have to kind of unmultiply. All right. Something I want to point out, all right? 36, negative 4 times negative 9 is 36, all right? Negative 10 times 1 is negative 10. 8 times negative 2 is negative 16. 4 times 3 is 12. So one thing that you're going to know as soon as you start is this last number in a polynomial, its factors end up being the numbers in your factored form. All right, 4 times 3 is 12. Now, that's half of what you're going to need, okay? I need to know two numbers that multiply to give me 12. Now, that's not enough because there's other numbers, 2 times 6, 1 times 12, that could also give me 12. But half of what I'm going to need to know is 4 times 3 is 12. The other half that I'm going to need comes from this idea of combining like terms. All right, negative 4 plus negative 9 is negative 13. 1 plus negative 10 is negative 9. Negative 2 plus 8 is positive 6. Okay? Combining like terms. So this center number ends up being the sum, 4 plus 3. All right? 6 is 8 plus negative 2. Now, when we have those two pieces together, that's what we need to be able to factor. All right? Take a couple seconds to copy this. All right, when you're given a polynomial in this format, your job is going to be to find two numbers, a and b, so that a plus b equals the coefficient of the single variable term, and a times b equals the constant on the end. When you've found those, then your factored form is going to be this. Variable plus a times variable plus b. Okay? Sometimes, if a or b is negative, you'll see a minus sign. All right? So let's see how that works with some actual numbers. So here's our situation. Okay? I'm looking for two numbers so that they add 14 and multiply to 48. In this situation here, I want to find the same pair of numbers that when I add them together, I get 14. When I multiply them together, I get 48. Okay? Over here, I'm looking for two numbers that when I add them together, I get negative 17. And when I multiply them together, I get positive 72. Right? So usually, if I can't think of the numbers right away, I just start listing out my second pair. All right, so what numbers do we know when we multiply, they'll give us 48? 4 times 12. 8 times 6. Always, this is going to be one of them. 48 times 1. I think I also could have 24 times 2. 3 times 16. All right, there might be some others that I'm missing, but let's look through these, okay? Can I find one of these so that when I add the two factors together, I get 14? I already see it. All right, 8 plus 6 is 14. 8 times 6 is 48. Now, this is going to be my factored form then. H plus 6, H plus 8. And that's what an answer is going to look like. H plus 6 times H plus 8. All right, you want to double check yourself that you're correct. H times H, H squared. 6 times 8, 48. 6 H's plus 8 H's, 14 H's. All right, over here, same idea. I already see this. Okay, numbers that multiply to give me 72, classic. 8 times 9. Can I get them to add to give me negative 17? Kind of. Negative 8 plus negative 9 will give me negative 17, and also a negative times a negative is a positive. So that's what we got. All right. Negative 8 times negative 9, negative 8 plus negative 9. Here's what my final answer will look like. X minus 8 times x minus 9. All right, that gives me this. And that's all there is to it. Okay, we're looking for two numbers that add to give me the center, multiply to give me the end. See if you can do these two. Hit pause, see if you can do them before I do them. Okay, now since our end term is negative, we're going to need to have a negative times a positive. I want to make 6. I want to make negative 6. Looks like I can use these. All right, 2 minus 8, negative 6. 2 times negative 8, negative 16. All right, final answer, factored form, x plus 2 times x minus 8. This guy over here, need to make 7. I'm going to use 10 and 3. It needs to be a positive 7. All right, 10 plus negative 3 is positive 7. 10 times negative 3 is negative 30. Final answer, h plus 10 minus 3. That's it. Again, hit pause, see if you can do these. Eventually I'll put the answers up. You either get it or you don't. If you really don't get it, obviously come into class and ask. Ask for some more examples. Remember, there's an understood 1 in front of that T. Okay? All right, 7 minus 8, negative 1. 7 times negative 8, negative 56. 5 plus 1, 6. 5 times 1, 5. Negative 2 plus negative 7, negative 9. Negative 2 times negative 7, positive 14. 6 plus negative 2, 4. 6 times negative 2, negative 12. That's how that works. Again, you can double check, does this actually match that? 2 different ways. You can do your multiplication, or you could do this. Pick any number to be p. Let's say 3. 3 squared plus 4 times 3 minus 12 gives me 9. Okay, if I do this with the factored form, 3 plus 6 times 3 minus 2. I don't even need to do that on the calculator, but should give me the same answer. So that's how you can double check, did I do things correctly? The other way is to go back to your multiplication strategies. You can multiply the factors back together. You should get what you had originally when you do that. Okay? One other thing of note in this topic, impossible is a possible answer. Okay, there's going to be at least one impossible problem on the quiz, and there will be probably a few impossible problems on the worksheet. Okay, it's not common, so don't write impossible all over the place, but it is possible that you're not able to factor a trinomial that I give to you using these steps. Okay, so that's that. Topic 42, factoring basic polynomials.